Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so we begin our episode with a very funny and actually a very good, respectable news. Of course, we're going to talk about Bukayo Saka and, of course, Granit Xhaka as well. Good news that he's back in full training, according to George Bird. Of course, Mauro Icardi to Arsenal. Is it true? We'll put some light on it. So, about Aubameyang, what did Mikel Arteta say about Aubameyang? We're going to deal with that as well. Arteta on Aubameyang says, "You're always concerned when your main striker isn't scoring goals, but he's trying his hardest. He's aware of how much we need him to score goals, and at the moment, they're not coming, but the rest of the things we're asking him to do, he's trying his best." Question is it enough? Arsenal fans would not say yes to that question. So, talking about Granit Xhaka, Arteta says, "This week he has progressed again to a different level, and tomorrow we will assess how he is, have a conversation with him and decide when is the best moment to start to give him some exposure in game." So Granit Xhaka, ladies and gentlemen, is on his way. And Arteta on how much of a boost Xhaka's return would be. He says, "Yes, it will be, and we will miss him, and we miss him. He is one of our leaders, one of the senior players who adds something very valuable to the team, and hopefully we can have him back soon." And talking about Emil Smith-Rowe's fitness, Mikel said he had some discomfort during the game, and we decided to take him off. He's been evolving well over the last few days, so we have to wait until tomorrow to see how he is. Let's see how things will change. But according to Footy Insider 247, Wrexham are lining up an ambitious move for Jack Wilshere. Wrexham have proven their ambition since their takeover by Hollywood stars Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney in November 2020. So, there's strong possibilities of things changing for them. But let's talk about Denis Zakaria for now. So, Denis Zakaria, well, there are lots of sources which say lots of things. So, according to Football Transfers, the competition is intense between European clubs to sign Denis Zakaria free of charge in the summer after the expiry of his contract. But the information of the source confirms that player is now closer to Arsenal than any other club. So Denis Zakaria to Arsenal is about to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to talk about that, of course. But let us also talk about Denis Zakaria. So yes, Arsenal are in contact with the representatives of Gladbach midfielder Denis Zakaria and they are more concrete in their interest. Arsenal wants Zakaria, 6 months left on his contract on a free transfer for next season, but it could depend on European football. It could depend, why not? What level of European football can Arsenal provide? Denis Zakaria to Arsenal would be a free transfer. Would you want Denis Zakaria to come at Arsenal for free transfer? Let me know in the comments. And as we speak, we move on to another news. Another set of news which involves Daniel Ballard. So, minor knee injury for Daniel Ballard, which has forced the operation. He will now return to Arsenal for rehab. Looking at about 8 to 12 weeks out. The hope is he will return in time to end the season with Millwall. So, this is what Charles Watts tweeted out. So there's a message from Daniel Ballard. He says, "Missing the action already, should not be too long until I'm back on the pitch doing what I love. Grateful for a successful operation and thank you to everyone for kind messages at Millwall at Arsenal." So get well soon, Daniel Ballard. Fantastic youngster. Great lad. Moving on, so Fabrizio Romano has claimed Arsenal's transfer plans. Now, we all know what Arsenal are about to pursue. So, Fabrizio said, he actually spoke to Rio Ferdinand Presents 5, his YouTube channel. So, he says, "What I'm told is that Arsenal have a plan to sign an important striker. I don't know if it will be January or summer. You remember last time we mentioned Dusan Vlahovic. They were trying, but the player was not open to go." Very well. So, former England keeper Paul Robinson has revealed why Ramsdale has surprised him this season. He says, "I'm surprised at his form as one of those who was skeptical about the move, especially with the money that Arsenal paid for him. He's got a couple of relegations on his CV and his form has been indifferent, but he's gone there and flourished and enjoyed the challenge. The test he has now is whether he can do it continually over a long period of time. He's played outstandingly well since the start of the season to now, and he deserves to be Arsenal's number one. I was surprised he was given the opportunity because Leno is a decent keeper. The next step he has to take is ousting Jordan Pickford, and if he continues to do well, then he has an opportunity to. Fantastic news. And as we speak about those news about Aaron Ramsdale, we're going to talk about Dejan Kulusevski. Now, what news do we have about Dejan Kulusevski? Well, according to Mirko Di Natale, he says both Arsenal and Tottenham really like Juventus winger Dejan Kulusevski. The Italian club will consider selling him if they receive a good offer. But what is the reality about it? So it looks like Arsenal have been linked with Juventus star, of course. Frustrated with the lack of prominence at Juventus, the Swedish international has recently hinted that he'll consider his future. And Gianluca Di Marzio explained that how Arsenal have made contacts with his agent, the player's agent, and the Premier League club want him, but there is no indication of what sort of a deal are they looking at. Well, Sport Media Set now say that contact has been made with Juventus to discuss the possibility of a loan deal. Dejan Kulusevski on loan. Both Arsenal and Tottenham are contacting the Turin club for the player. So let me know in the comments, do you guys really would consider Dejan Kulusevski on loan? Or would you consider a permanent buy? Or would you consider a loan with an option to buy Dejan Kulusevski to Arsenal? For me, loan deal would be fantastic. To spend 35, 40 million for someone who may or may not shine in the Premier League, a loan deal is always safe. There's nothing wrong in getting him on loan at all. So Juventus won't mind a 6-month loan deal. It would be perfect, I think, for both the clubs. So my suggestion, loan deal, perfect for both the clubs. So it'll be really awesome. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'll be waiting for the comments to read and let you guys let me know about the whole deal. So moving on, what do you guys think about it? Yeah. Moving on, so Mauro Icardi to Arsenal. You'll be like, IG, literally you've been speaking about every other player in the market being linked to Arsenal. Well, this one is a special one. So Ekrem Konur has tweeted out that Chelsea and Arsenal are interested in Mauro Icardi. There are also some offers to Icardi from Italy. The Argentine striker could leave Paris in January. And I still don't know why. Like, why would he leave Paris? Anyways, let's see. Even according to Mercato, there are lots of sources that have spoken about Mauro Icardi leaving Paris Saint-Germain. You'd wonder why. I'd also wonder why, but yeah. Arsenal and Chelsea both are in for Mauro Icardi. Are you in? Well, now there's no Wanda Nara, so I'd be fine, to be fair. But moving on, so Adidas will release a special Arsenal X Stella McCartney collection, the first ever collection for a football team by SMC. The design combines red and blue in an animal-inspired graphic with white used for the logos. It is expected to be released in 2022. This is how it's going to look like. So yeah, Arsenal is a club that releases a lot of kits, bro. A lot, to be fair. Moving on, so Ruud Gullit, Hristo Stoichkov and Rivaldo and Ronaldinho all included Arsenal's Bukayo Saka in their top 3 during voting for the 2021 Copa Trophy. So that's cool. Bukayo Saka is taking long strides in his career. When legends are voting for you, well, you're definitely growing when that happens, isn't it? So let's talk about more stuffs. Well, Thierry Henry on the touchline at Old Trafford says, we seem to forget about Nicolas Pepe. We forgot about him, not in a bad way. No one mentions about him. There's a reason why no one mentions about Nicolas Pepe. Probably they don't want to. That's the simplest explanation. Maybe I've been a big supporter of Nicolas Pepe. Like I've expected the world from him, but yeah. I think you got to understand at one point of time that no means no. Yeah. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. Let me know in the comments. Mauro Icardi to Arsenal, Dejan Kulusevski on loan, Denis Zakaria on a free transfer. Which one would you consider and why? I'll see you in the next one. Until then,